everyone, Richard here, and welcome to the Nerd Life. So today is another Build It video. It's for my commissions and stuff that I work on, the commission builds. I just finished this batch. It was a smaller batch. It was just 2 tanks. It was a Beyblade. Well, actually, sorry, not a Beyblade. It was an Octoblade. Can you give me the phone charger, please? Over there and plug it for me. And a Kill Crusher tank. The Forge World one that they make. Thank you, kiddo. So yeah, so I did. It was those 2. Now the Beyblade or Octoblade is basically all 8 variants of. Sorry, I'm plugging my phone while I'm doing it. I'll do it in a minute when we go table down. I thought it was stuck on my lip. It hurts. I bet. You ever bite the inside of your lip? And it's like, oh, so it swells a little bit, and it's like a never-ending cycle of you constantly biting it because it's swollen. So anyway, so we have the Octoblade kit that I built and all the different variants for that. How to step-by-step make all that. I'm gonna make sure I remember all the variants too, but I think I do. I don't remember the names of them. So I have to figure that out so I can call them as I show you. But yeah, we're gonna go table down. I'm gonna show you those 2 that I'm working on. I have another commission coming in. It hasn't arrived yet, so I'll do an unboxing later. What's next on the commission table? He's getting it packaged up today and getting it ready to send out to me. Yeah, so that's where I'm at. Let's go table down and check out this commission I just finished. All right, here we are, table down. So I'll show you the first thing first. It's the Kill Crusher. And my wife has home. Sorry, I have a little bit of a crusty drip of super glue. That happens sometimes. There's my wife. That's her boob over there. I would barely see. So anyway, lower. You gotta like literally lay your head on the table. Oh, there you are. There's your eyeballs. So anyway, we have the Kill Crusher tank.
Edit that.
Again, this is Locust. It's again China cast, so there's a few issues with it. You know, the main issues I had were the tracks were a pain in the butt. Warp and super brittle and breakage. Like back here, I had to redo one of the tracks because it completely was, there was a piece broken off and missing. So I fixed that, turned out okay. What else? There was one of the wheels. Yeah. I don't know if you can barely see that. I had to make a brass wheel to replace one because it was missing. But it turned out, worked out okay. It's a good model. I like the way it looks. But just a pain in the butt to build. So the way I have it right now for them is the top comes off. So you can paint this. And then, of course, this comes off like so. You pop it up on one side and then it slides out. It's difficult sometimes. So that pops off. And then this is the cannon, the main cannon inside. Sticks a little bit. But it comes out too, so that way you can paint it because there's details in there. Oh, this is another thing. They had this little handle here. That thin piece of resin just snapped. So I had to replace it. So there's a paperclip rod that goes straight up through the whole thing. And then I slid a brass rod over it to make it extra sturdy, and it's actually fairly sturdy. I'd be careful with this just because of this resin, but the brass part is pretty sturdy. But anyway, yeah, he has the Gretchen crew that goes with it, so he'll put those on there when he gets them in. And then, yeah, this is how I can all paint it up. It's a cool model. Paint the interior, all that fun stuff inside there. Again, it was a pain in the butt to build, but fun overall. Put it back together.
Got a lot going on in it, like textures and all that.
Oh, yeah.
Other crazy.
Crazy what?
Poo poo, caca, chips.
Chips. So here's the next one. Here's the Beyblade. Family channel, first time screwed up. It's okay. So here's the Beyblade. This is what we start with. Your basic structure. And
put a beep on it. You can edit it.
I'll do my best. Gaming, I believe. How he did his Octoblade, I mimicked it a lot. I changed up a few things, but it's mostly the same as what he did. And I think I like the way it's done. I'll show you what I changed when I get to it. But first off, so here we have your base structure, and he said it was good to just glue these on in the center place because it'll work the best with all the variants. So all these are glued on, these panels. This is glued on. Of course, I magnetized it. If it's the same way he did. Oh. Well. Oh, there they are. I have a pile of gray bits here. So I magnetized that so they just snap on and lock in place. Are you taking off your shoes? Is it about to stink in here?
Maybe.
Oh, gosh. So that's magnetized.
She's also laughing at Ava.
What is Ava doing? Oh, my children, I love them so much. So I'm just going to show you one side real quick, but how the guns are magnetized. I did the same thing on both of them, the flamers and everything. There's a magnet in there. Again, it's what he did on his videos. Let's see if I get this close to you so you can see it. But these pop in, and there's a magnet on the inside of there. I don't know if you can see it. So there's a magnet in the middle. So these will connect up with that magnet on both sides. Boom. And then now they're in. And you can swap it up. Like I said, I did it with the flamers too. So they do the same thing. And they're all like this cool polarity. So the flamers can, for shipping purposes or whatever, you can hold these. These can stay together like that. There are those. So we're going to put these back in the baggie so I don't lose them because they're tiny little bits. Now, let's get to the first variant. So here we have the Beyblade. Okay. So, for the Beyblade, you're going to need this front piece right here. There were these little tabs that I snipped off. Again, that was per the video that I watched. And that just slides in there, rests in there. And then this one too, I put these rails in here for the other variants for later, but they don't interfere with this one. Again, another thing I got from that video. So boom, there's that. There's the start of that. And of course, where's that? This comes off easy, so it's just on there. Keyed in place. Oops, that's my hand there. Just gonna zoom in a little bit. Okay, so here you have your beginnings of your Beyblade and your whatever the other one is variant. I did leave these off. These are these little panelings on the back, so that way if he wanted to paint them, he could. And they just kind of sit back on there, so he can paint the engine covers underneath or whatever. Leave them off, however he wants to do it. I just did that for him for the painting wise. Sorry, I'm back. I got lost where I was going. Okay, so this is the beginning of your Beyblade variant. First off, this is something that he didn't show on his. I think he glued this on the back, but this is an alternate option you can have on here. I didn't know which one he wanted, so I just made it to where he could choose. So here you have this weird little last gun sticking out of back. Or I made it where this pin's on. So you put the paperclip pin in there, and then the shorter pin will line up. If I can see the hole. There you go. And then that just snaps on there. Oops. There we go. It just snaps on there. If I can get the hole right. There we go. Alright. So yeah, it just snaps on. So it gives you that little extra back thing. And then for the antennas here, that plastic is so brittle it just snaps. So I made him some little metal rods to put in here. And then he can glue those on for his antennas or whatnot. So I like using the metal rods for the antennas better anyway because they stand up and last longer. My wife is so enthralled with this. So here is the Beyblade variant. There's a magnet in there, magnet in here. I even left the little peg part out. I shaved that down so it's out so you have extra guidance to make sure it stays on there straight. and boom, it just goes straight on. So there's the Beyblade. That's the first one. Now here we have the Hell Hammer, I believe, or Bane Hammer. I don't remember. Boom, there's that one. Same thing, magnet in there, and it just sticks on. So that's it for the variant that uses this. Now we swap out the front with the second front. So we have this thing right here. That goes in. And then we have this little floor plating that swaps over depending on where you're using it at. So it puts on right here, rests right there. Then you have this little back section. Will just rest on here. And then this technically goes on the front. I don't understand why, personally, for some of these variants, because you don't ever see that. But again, I didn't have the instructions to put it together. I built this from, yeah, the interwebs. It was fun. And a friend of mine sent me some small PDF versions, and that was really a pain in the butt to use, to be honest with you. But it worked. It got me to build it and put it together. Alright, so anyway, that's held on like that. And then you have the second turret. Boom. So there's your next level of the tank. So here we have this. Oh, what I did is I cut a little slit on there. Normally there's a piece that comes on there in a little hole, and that would just rest on there. This is what I did differently here than what he did. He left this off. I decided to glue it on, leave this, cut a little notch, and have a black cat come join the crew. And I swear he just teabagged the tank. Well, he doesn't have tea bags. Anyway, I cut the slit out so that way this piece right here just slides in and locks in place. So I can't remember if this is a variant or not. This is one of them, but whatever. Then you have this right here. Green stuff, little brass rod. That'll go on the outside of there. There's a variant. Then you have the Storm Sword variant, maybe. And then you have the next variant, which is literally just that. All this stuff is pressure fit in, fits on there. And then you have this variant. Is that it for the variants that use this part? Oh, dude. Hey. Stop it. Little jerk. Oh, okay. Here, do you want to see this? Here, let's just look at this. That's a cat cleaning himself. Yep. That's a good show, huh? How's it like that? You like that? Serious? You like that? Can't go any further over. There's a naked kid. He's done. Your tail over there, you jerk. Seriously? Who else has cats? Who else has this same problem I'm having right now? Little jerk boy. Seriously, Black? Seriously?
Black.
Oh, here's a little gun for this turret. I didn't glue it on so that way it could ship and not break. And then that way he can glue it on when he gets there and then paint it up and everything. Back to this thing, if I can do it without this little butt in the way over here. So, I'm scared now he's going to get me.
You won't.
So now the next step of the variant with this turret is the back section here. So you have this little paneling. It was the one that you pulled off from the front right here. Flips over, turn it around, and it rests on the back there. Then this piece moves forward and rests right there like that. So that you have your next step of your tanks thing. Now these are the auto cannons or stubbers, whatever they're called, that go on the back. I need to shave a little piece off there. I didn't shave off. These just kind of rest on here. Let me make sure I do it the right way. Oh no, it goes on the other side. I'm just gonna put one on there. There. So the smooth side here fits underneath this little lip and rests just like that. So it's an easy put on there. It just sits. I'm sure during game it might fall, but I didn't want to drill any holes back here that would be seen on other variants or versions or whatever. And like I said, it sits on there fairly good.
I know.
I might later on in the long run, if I do more of these. Cat, no, you can't play with it. I might do something where it's a pinning method in there, but there's just not a lot of material on here to do any kind of pinning with. So we're just going to leave it like that for now. So go back to the front. Again, I think this is more where your variants are with the shorter barrels and stuff. But your final variant with your, what is the Storm Cannon or whatever it is, it's the only thing I magnetized on the barrels. I put 2 magnets here, and if you can see inside there, there's that little metal strip. And that's just to kind of keep it up in here. Because what it was doing before is when I just set it in there, it would fall down and push on this and raise this front lip up. So adding that little magnet just kind of holds it up towards the top a little bit. And then there's that variant. That is the Octoblade. That is how I did it. Like I said, I used that one video from Gray Shirt Gaming. Changed up a few little things in there, mainly for the turrets up here. And I think that worked out really good for me. I still would like to figure out, I guess, something out for these guys in the back, just to make them a little bit sturdier for moving around the table. But from my understanding, this tank probably doesn't do a lot of movement while it's on the table. It sits back and just shoots. So, I know, Mommy's playing with the tank.
Is this a spinner bearing in here?
No. It's just brass tubing, and I put some stuff in it and made it look like a wheel. Yeah, so that's it. I'm waiting on like I said, the next commission coming in is getting mailed out today. And it will be, I'll unbox it when it gets here to show you what it is. But I know it's going to be 4 of the Thunderclaw things from the Ogre Kingdoms or whatever they're called now in AOS. And then a Wyvara and a Ghost Keel. I know those for sure. So yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks for joining me. If you have any commissions you want done, commission builds, just holler at me. I don't mind messing with China Cast. I don't mind figuring stuff out. I enjoy building them. I enjoy adding on stuff. I do a little bit of green stuff work. I feel like my fabrication is getting better. It's not fantastic, but I'm getting there. Definitely, if you have any questions or anything like that, holler at me. You can message me on here or email me at thenerdlife@gmail.com. I'll leave that floating across the screen here in a second. And we can do some commissions for you. I'll even be willing to do paint commissions if you'd like. But building is where I'm at right now, so I can keep more painting for myself. But if you do want painting commissions for sure, Chief Live Gaming, go check him out. He does a lot of painting commissions, and he's kind of like a partner in this. I do the builds, and he does the painting. So go holler at him, and holler at me if you want to build. And now I've rambled on long enough, pointlessly enough. Let's go back to the back of a black cat. Pet the kitty. Oh, cat butthole. The Eye of Sauron was almost on camera. Didn't quite get there. Guys, I love you all. Keep rocking that nerd life, my friends. I'll see you next time.